Good morning. Let me get the windows up. Gonna grab my coffee too here in a second. Just getting a bite of breakfast too. Make sure we're good. I don't even know if we're live yet. Let me see if it launched. Okay, it did launch. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Got the right stream settings. Okay, let me take off auto stop in case we get issues. Rise and shine. It's Friday, man. Another day. Welcome. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing great. If you missed yesterday's interview, you should definitely check it out. It was a really good interview with Crime Curious. Crime Curious. I keep wanting to say Circus because of the other channel. That's a good video. Okay. So let me see if the webinar thing is here. Join in. Gonna grab my coffee. Friday, man. Let's see. Open WebEx. Wisconsin. Hey, Teresa, Judy, Sarah. Morning. I wonder if I should let in some more natural lighting for the morning and then later we dim it. Join webinar. Okay. Okay. Put 'em up, put 'em up. Natural lighting. It will phase into it as the day goes. Let me see something. Yeah, maybe we'll do some natural lighting for now, and then later on we'll get into it. I'm gonna go grab my coffee. Miss Dog Lover, good morning. Says good afternoon from the sun. London. Thank you for watching from London. Such a beautiful day. I love spring. Winter is finally behind us. It's always mostly beautiful here in Florida. Lucky for us. I got a little bit of sun. What time does court start? In about 10 minutes. We start usually about 15 minutes early. So, yeah. I'm going to grab some coffee real quick. Happy Friday. Sure. Okay, here we go. All right. Thanks for bearing with me. Get myself together. Judge confirmed court today. Yeah. There's court today, guys. For Sizzle. You got a Kachava commercial? Kachava, man. While we wait, the audio's on. Good morning, Carly. That's not in my beard. Nah, it's just white hair. Jesus. Lord. Thanks, Heather. I think I'm going to maintain my haircut like this kind of for a while. Low when I can. That interview yesterday was so interesting, man. Mandy, thank you for the super chat. Says YouTube isn't the same when you don't stream. Thank God for Fridays. Thank you so much. I was here yesterday, though. We did 2 really good streams yesterday. So if you missed it, check it out today. maybe at lunchtime or at the end of the day. It was really, really good. We learned things that I didn't even know about the case before. There's an actual Eduardo, but that's not his real name. It's a code name. There's actually a guy named that this woman, apparently Letecia, tried to frame by leaving that particle board with Gannon's, I guess, blood on there on this guy's property. She was trying to frame this guy. It was really, really good. Really good interview yesterday. Totally check it out if you haven't. The lady that I spoke to, she's actually been sitting in the trial. She's been attending the trial and watching in person. Hairbrush, I got one here. I need to get a more gangster one. Somebody recommended me one. I got this one for now. I have some other ones here that I don't really like. Got this one. I got this weird curved one too. I don't know what's the deal with this. How are you supposed to do this? I guess it's supposed to go with the curve of your head or something. Some weird shit. Elsa, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, did you see what I send you on Discord? I don't know if you have Letecia's letters and some other documents. Also links to get court documents from 2020 through 2023. Thank you for yesterday, Mel. Thank you, Elsa. Let me check. I did see. Okay. I see everything you sent me. Some of the letters have been sent to me. I just haven't looked through it yet. And I'm interested in the peanut butter situation. Edgar. There was this hairbrush somebody recommended me one time too, but it was like $300. I was like, I don't know, it looked like a regular hairbrush. I don't know what it was, but it was $300. I didn't buy it. I thought about it, but some I forgot the name. I think it's the brand name of something. It's the best brush ever. You gotta get this one. Walkabout Bridge says, well, Crime Circus, it's Crime Curious. You said circus though, but it's curious. I keep getting that confused too. Will Crime Curious be in court today again? Yes, she said that she's going to be there today. So hopefully I'll be able to spot her. Somebody on Twitter messaged me too and said that she was going to go there as well. She told me her Twitter name is I'll be over here, and she told me she was going to go today also. I'm going to court today. Message you if anything eventful happens. So this person is going to be there as well. Okay. Yo, there's like a $300 hairbrush. I think it was called Pearson or something. Let me see. Hairbrush. Pearson. Mason Pearson. It's the best of the best. They have some $40 ones, but there's like a legit, the one that she was telling me to get. Where's it at? $300. You gotta get this one. It's the only one. That one. Oh, what? This is the one that says 350. $295. Oh, this coffee's hitting the spot. Thanks, Stephanie, for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Cheese Frog. All aboard! Laura Key, good morning. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Is it because of the size? That's why they cost that like that? It's good for coarse or curly hair. That's what I have. Both. Everybody. $300. I have to like encase it or something. Nobody can touch it. Off limits. My mother comes over, I gotta hide it because she'll probably take it. Melvin, what is that? Oh, I took it by accident. I might get it. I don't know. I'm curious, but I don't know. $300 though for that, bro. I was like, ah. They got one for $225. Mason Pearson sensitive boar bristle hairbrush. Is it actual boar bristle? Is it from a boar? Like they took it from a boar and stuff? Boar bristle from boars? Just as the name suggests, brushes with boar bristles come from the hairs of boars. Wow, exotic. Boar hair is similar in structure to human hair and contains the same protein as human hair, keratin. The bristles are collected and domesticated from domesticated animals that are being raised. Okay. Are boar bristles cruelty free? The boar hair bristles are humanely sheathered, making these brushes cruelty free. All right, cruelty free brushes. That's good. That's a plus, right? What makes natural boar's hair brushes superior to nylon is the synthetic bristle brushes. Boar's hair bristles are scaled, which makes them perfect for cleaning hair shaft and distributing oils. Oh, through your hair or beard. Oh, I like that. You sold me. Exotic boar hair. Okay.
All right. Are you good to go? All right. Court will call 20 CR 1358, People versus Letecia Stauch. Record should reflect the jury is not present in the courtroom.
Wow.
Is there anything we need to take up outside the presence of the jury at this point in time, Mr. Allen?
Yes, Judge. So prior to us starting trial, you had asked us to give you notification, and we're going to bring in any sensitive photos. So there will be some of those today. Some from the scene where the suitcase and Gannon's remains were found, but then also clothing. But more importantly, the suitcase we intend to bring in today, since the time that it was recovered in Florida, it's been in the freezer. It's got lots of fluid on it. So I intend to have that be the very last thing that I admit into evidence.
Okay.
It'll be in a plastic bag so that the jurors can see it and appreciate size and that kind of thing. And then what I would like to do is then once it's admitted, unless defense has any specific cross on that item, have it taken right back out. It will smell up the courtroom if we keep it here.
Mr. Tellini or Mr. Cook?
I would like to take it out. Yeah.
You stopped at take, and I wasn't sure if it was cross-examination or what. So,
I don't know if it would be cross-examination.
but it's okay to bring it in, take it right back out. Okay. All right. All right. So what witness is that going to be through?
Our very first one, Kelly Smith, will be our first witness this morning.
Okay. Okay.
And then what I would like to do, Judge, just because of the size of that exhibit, is probably have the suitcase, is have our investigator come in and actually just hold it for the witness.
Ooh.
And then have that investigator show it to the jury, lift it up, and then when we're done, walk it back out.
All right. And I assume just substitute photographs for it?
I'm sorry?
Substitute photographs?
We have photos of it as well. Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to bring the suitcase.
Just with photos, it's hard to.
Hold on just a second.
Yep.
I'll fix the cameras, guys, once they turn on the witness camera. I'm just waiting for everything to turn on, and then
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say the photos, obviously, it's hard to get a good feel for the actual size.
No, and I understand that part.
Yeah.
So, okay. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to address before we bring the jury in? Prosecution?
No, you're right. That was
Defense?
No, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring them in.
if you guys could hit like to it, appreciate that. Thank you for coming this morning. Hit like, subscribe, please, if you're not. Really helps out the channel. I'd like to get to 180. I don't know, maybe by next month. Possible. Let's see.
I don't know who's doing this.
Damn. She just like looks worse every time, Letecia. She really does look like that lady from The Ring.
That's what I was just checking.
Look wretched, miserable.
Are you doing okay? Okay.
These are probably-
morning. Good morning. So I'm going to see if can we spot our friend? Can we see her?
All rise for the jury, please. That's okay.
I don't know. Is that her? I don't think that's her.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, we're almost matching colors, kind of. Almost. Letecia. Lord almighty. Yeah, she has earbuds. I don't know if she's wearing them, but she does have earbuds.
Thank you. You may all be seated. Court will recall 20 CR 1358, People versus Letecia Stauch. Record should reflect the jury has returned to the courtroom. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start our day the same way that we have every other day, and that is, has anything occurred since we were last together that causes any of you to believe you could not continue to serve as a fair and impartial juror? If so, please raise your hand.
Yes.
No response? All right. With that, prosecution, call your next witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning. We would call Kelly Smith.
All right.
I hope the attorney.
Ms. Smith, if you would step forward and raise your right hand, please, ma'am. Good morning. You swear or affirm the testimony about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Go ahead and have a seat in the witness stand. Please watch your step as you step into the stand.
Tell me they're going to cut on the camera.
Good morning, ma'am. Will you please introduce yourself to our
There we
jury
go.
and spell your first and last name for the record?
Morning, I'm Kelly Smith, KELOI-SMITH.
And there's a microphone there. Slide it closer to you and try to speak into it so that everybody can hear you.
Okay,
Ms. Smith, who are you employed by?
Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office.
What do you do for the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office?
I'm a crime scene technician,
And just because we don't have a Santa Rosa County here in Colorado, where is that?
Florida.
All right. What's the biggest city in that county?
Milton?
Milton. Okay. Is that very near to Pensacola?
Yes,
Okay. And Pensacola is in what county?
Escambia County, Florida.
All right. And I think you said that you're a crime scene technician. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
What education do you have that allows you to do that job?
I have several crime scene classes, water classes, suicidal classes that I've taken for the job, and then a 40-hour class that they gave me when I started.
The 40-hour class, is that the basic crime scene investigation class?
Yes,
Was that in 2019?
yes, sir.
Did you also take a crime scene processing class in 2020?
Yes, sir.
You mentioned that you took a water class. Was that the aquatic abuse, death, and homicidal drowning investigations?
Yes,
Was that in 2021?
yes,
And then you said suicide investigations also? Is that right?
yes, sir.
Was that in 2022?
I believe so.
Let's see. What did you do before you became a crime scene technician for Santa Rosa County Sheriff?
I was still employed at the Sheriff's Office as a 911 dispatcher,
How long did you work as a dispatcher?
13 years.
What are the duties associated with being a crime scene technician for Santa Rosa County?
Documentation, photograph, collection of evidence, packaging of the evidence to turn it in. We do dusting of the fingerprints and take DNA samples.
Is it common for you to actually go out to potential crime scenes?
Yes, sir.
Do you sometimes collect evidence from crime scenes?
Yes, sir.
Do you also occasionally attend autopsies?
Yes, sir.
Will you typically collect evidence from those autopsies
Yes, sir. And photograph.
and photographs? I want to direct your attention specifically to March 17th of 2020. Were you working as a crime scene technician back then?
Yes, sir.
Did you get a specific call to respond to the Escambia River Bridge on the report of a suitcase with a body inside of it?
Yes, sir.
What's that approximate location where you were called to?
The county line between Santa Rosa and Escambia.
And we had previous testimony from other people that had also gone to that bridge. It's sort of, if you look at a regular map with north being on the top, it looks like the bridge runs north to south, but it actually, I think, has a east-west lineage. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And as far as where you responded to, was that on the west side of the bridge or the east side of the bridge?
East side of the bridge.
Is it typical for you when you go to a scene like that to get briefed by somebody that's familiar with the investigation up to that point?
Yes, sir.
Did you have that occur here?
Yes, sir.
Who briefed you?
I don't remember. I don't recall on that one. Who the
Okay.
first person I spoke to?
Was it by chance Detective Jason Yoder?
Yes.
What was the information that you received from Detective Yoder when you got that first briefing?
That they had located a suitcase with a body in it under the bridge.
Did you have a chance to make your own visual observations of that area?
Yes, sir.
Tell the jury just basically what you saw, and then at some point here in just a moment, we're going to get into some photographs.
I noticed we had to park on the other bridge, so I was able to look underneath the east bridge, and I'd just seen what appeared to be a suitcase and a material beside it from a distance. It just looked like material.
Did you have a chance also to view the scene from above, meaning on that bridge span looking down?
Yes.
Did it appear that the location where there was an indentation, that was where the suitcase was dropped from that bridge down to the ground below?
Yes, sir.
What color was that suitcase? Do you remember?
The olive green color.
Okay.
Sled. This is the crime scene technician.
Did you go up closer to the suitcase area?
Yes, sir.
You said that it looked like there was some fabric or something like that associated with the suitcase. When you got closer, could you tell what those things were?
You could see that it was a blanket and a body.
Wow. Damn.
And then you mentioned earlier that it's very typical for you to take photos of scenes. Did you do that in this case?
Yes, sir.
At this point, I would like to approach and show the witness exhibit 77 through 85, which are
You may.
photographs.
All right, go ahead.
You could just look through people's exhibit 77 through 85 and then give me a heads up.
Amisi, I don't know. She was prescribed Xanax one of the doctors a long time ago. So I don't know if she's still on that or not.
Yes, sir.
Do you recognize those?
Yes, sir.
What are they?
These are the pictures around the suitcase that I've taken.
At the scene at the Escambia River Bridge?
Yes, sir.
Are they fair and accurate representations as to what you saw that day?
Yes, sir.
At this time, I'd move for admission of people 77 through 85.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Exhibit 77 through 85 will be admitted. Go ahead.
Permission to publish, Your Honor?
Okay. Give me just a minute, though.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Letecia.
So, Ms. Smith, this is going to be a little bit tricky for you, but I would like you to turn around in the witness stand there. Yep, you found the pointer. And then if you want to, you can actually stand up in the witness stand. But just please make sure when we're describing these photos that you speak loud enough so that the furthest juror from you can hear you.
Okay.
So point out for the jury what we're looking at there, please. And this is people 77 for the record.
These are the pylons to the bridge with the suitcase here. And from a distance, I could just tell it was material to the side of it.
Okay. And then people's exhibit 78.
Same thing. Suitcase with a different angle. I'm seeing on the different side of it.
Is that the way it appeared when you got up to the scene, that it was everything had spilled out of the suitcase?
Yes, sir.
Okay. People's 79.
Just up close of the actual material and the victim here.
And okay. And people's exhibit 80.
This is just the suitcase itself.
Was it apparent to you when you got on scene that there had been quite a bit of decomposition happening already?
Yes, sir, due to the coloring here and the bug activity that was there.
What kind of bug activity are we talking about?
Maggots.
Does that indicate that the suitcase had been out in this condition for a period of time?
Yes, sir.
People's Exhibit 81? What are we looking at there?
This is what appeared to be a void spot. You were up on top of the bridge looking down. And then beside it, you could see everything's laid over and it's discolored, a little discolored from everything around it.
So is that looking from the span of the bridge down towards where the suitcase likely had dropped?
Yes.
Okay. And that's what it looked like for you when you stood there as well?
Yes, sir.
82, I believe is this 82 or 81?
81.
81. So please put up 82. And is that just a close-up of that last photograph?
Yes, sir.
Did that suitcase have one wheel on it?
I don't recall.
Okay. People's Exhibit 83.
Just a side view of the suitcase.
And do you see a wheel on that bottom left of that photo?
Yes, sir.
So if we go back to 82, does it appear that that really deeper indention there would coincide with that wheel potentially?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then People's 84.
The inside of the suitcase.
It's hard to tell in photographs, but was the inside of that suitcase wet?
Very.
Is that common to have, I guess, a wet area like that when a body's decomposing?
Yes, sir.
85.
The backside of the suitcase and it's wet. That's what the discoloration is there. Some liquid coming out.
So that darker area below the wheel there is liquid that had leaked out on the ground?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can take a seat again.
Wow.
And then that was on March 17th, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did you also attend the autopsy on March 18th?
Yes, sir.
So tell the jury, was the body that went to the autopsy the same body that you saw on scene on March 17th?
Yes, sir.
How could you tell?
The clothing was the same. The condition was the same. Similar characteristics.
What about the blankets that you mentioned? Were those also at autopsy?
They were.
Did you collect a lot of those items during the autopsy?
I did.
All right. Do you also take photographs of the autopsy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where was that autopsy performed?
At Sacred Heart Hospital in Pensacola.
Was there a tentative identification done as to the remains that the autopsy was performed on?
Yes.
What was tentative identification made as?
Gannon
Gannon
Stauch.
Stauch. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about that, Laura, yesterday. How heavy that suitcase.
Sir, may I approach with People's 87 through 102?
Okay, go ahead.
How heavy that suitcase must have been. It's so weird. And that Harley was on that ride in the van with the body with mom, and I guess didn't know. Bro, we talked about that yesterday. If you guys missed yesterday's interview with the person that's sitting in the trial watching, she had a lot of great information. Definitely check that out. I have a playlist as well for this trial and smaller, shorter videos that I'm covering. And if you guys could hit like, please, I'd appreciate that. Subscribe, all that good stuff.
Actually going up with People's Exhibit 87 and then 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102. So there's a gap for physical evidence that we'll be admitting as well.
So it's 87 and then it jumps to 89 through 102?
87 and then 90.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you.
Same thing as before. If you could just take a look at those and then give me a heads up.
No problem. Thank you guys for coming, man. Appreciate it.
Have you had a chance to look at those?
Yes, sir.
What are they, generally speaking?
Today, I think so. I don't know if that's him.
So we've got 87 up on the board behind you, and same as before, Ms. Smith, if you could just stand up and then let the jury
Yeah.
know what we're looking at there.
That's him right there.
This is going to be the bullet that was extracted from the victim's head, and these two plastic pieces were in there.
So the
Yes, sir.
I know it seems obvious, but we got to be technical, right? What about those plastic pieces there? What do those appear to be?
From my understanding, they were part of the bullet.
Okay. And then you said that these were, and then
Interlaced.
I want to approach with people's 88 and 89.
Oh no, is it messed up?
Go ahead.
Oh shoot.
And what is it appear to be?
The projectile.
Same one that's in People's Exhibit 87?
Yes, sir.
All right, this time I move for admission of People's 88.
Mr. Cook,
Objection, Judge.
Exhibit 88 will be admitted. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm over. Yes. And then I've got People's Exhibit 89 here in front of you. Do you recognize this item?
Yes.
Does it appear to be in the same or substantially same condition today as the day that you recovered?
Yes, sir.
What does it appear to be?
The red plastic pieces.
Same red plastic pieces that are in People's Exhibit 87?
Yes, sir.
At this time, I'd move for admission of People's Exhibit 89.
Mr.
Oh,
Cook,
only 720.
Objection.
Exhibit 89 will be admitted.
If we can just have the witness display these to the jury by walking in front of the witness stand.
Sure, that's fine.
Box. Starting with the 88, if you could just hold this up like this and then just walk slowly in front of the jury box. And let's see if you can now do the same thing with People's Exhibit.
Can't see the podium. You want to see the podium? Oh, put it down a little bit. There's the brown podium. Got to see the podium. No, I think we lost over 1,000 people for sure. With the trial, I'm just gonna start streaming just straight to YouTube. It seems like when I'm multi-streaming on the custom ingest, it just dropped. The connection didn't even drop. So I don't know.
Now, Ms. Smith, we're going to go back up to the photos to People's Exhibit 90.
We lost everybody. Everybody, the boy's dead.
Tell the jury what we're looking at there, please.
That is the pillow that was located inside the suitcase.
Were there any defects apparent in that pillow?
Yes, there's a defect right here.
When we use the word defect, what do we mean?
Not as you wouldn't buy it with that in it. It's something that's occurred after the fact.
And can you tell by just looking at the defect in the pillow what might have caused the defect? Or does more investigation needed?
More investigation.
Oh, there we go. 1080. It jumped up now.
In People's Exhibit 91?
This is the other side of the pillow. It was one of those that had reversible on each side. This one's wet with the discoloration. And I had some remnants on there for the decomp.
People's 92? What are we looking at here?
That's the projectile. It was done on the x-ray machine
So is this actually an x-ray of that pillow itself?
of the pillow itself.
Are there actually two projectiles visible in that x-ray?
Over here in the white.
When we, again, just so that we're being technical and not leaving anything unsaid, when we say projectiles, are we
Okay.
again talking about bullets
Yes,
that were inside of this pillow?
correct.
People's 93?
That would be a close-up of the damaged part of the pillowcase.
Would that coincide potentially with a bullet being fired into that pillow?
Yes,
People's 94? What,
The same thing here with the defect right here on the pillow once we've taken the pillowcase off.
again, does that coincide with a bullet being fired into the pillow?
Yes, sir.
Obviously, we've seen the x-ray and the bullets were inside the pillow.
All right, let me do this.
Does that mean that there would not be any exit defects from the bullets?
Correct.
Okay. People's 95.
Up close, not the material, but the filling of the pillow, the damage that was done to it from the projectile.
Does that actually, can you see the projectile there as well?
Maybe a little bit right here.
Okay. People's 96.
Closer image of the damage done from the projectile.
And can you also see the projectile? People's 97.
That would be one of the projectiles that was in the pillow that we got out.
People's 98.
Defect in the pillow from the projectile.
Is this a separate defect?
Yes, this is on the other side of the pillow.
People's Exhibit 99.
See, but there's the defect.
So this defect that we're looking at here now is the pillow with the pillowcase removed. Is that right?
It was the first one.
And then the this defect coincides with that last defect in the pillowcase that we just looked at.
Yes.
Okay.
People's 100.
Closer shot. Pillowcase for the pillow.
People's 101.
Another shot with us cutting the material and getting to the filling of the pillow.
I'm going to move you
And
guys
people's
over.
102.
The stream is messed up. So hang on a second.
That would be the projectile that we pulled out.
So correct to understand that we